Welcome to another video in the higher GCSE basic skills section. This is about expanding brackets and simplifying algebraic expressions, and these will include linear, quadratic and cubic expressions. When expanding brackets, we multiply everything inside the bracket by whatever is multiplying it outside. This could be a constant, another variable, or another bracket. So here with the first one, our instruction is to expand and simplify the following expressions. So this means multiply out the bracket, then simplify the ensuing expression. So I'm going to multiply everything inside the bracket by what's outside. And you may well have seen just drawing kind of little arcs here. So we're going to multiply first initially 4 by 2x, which is going to give me 8x. And then 4 times minus 3, which will give me minus 12. As these are not like terms, we can't simplify these any further, and this is the end of the work. Second stage, we're multiplying minus 8 by 9. Minus 8 times 9 is minus 72. And minus 8 times minus x, so a negative times a negative gives us a positive. And this gives us positive 8x. Again, these aren't like terms, so we cannot simplify any further. Here we have two brackets. Now, this bracket on the left-hand side is not touching the bracket on the right-hand side, so this is not part of the multiplication. The only thing that's multiplying the bracket on the right-hand side is this minus 2. Okay, so the first bracket, the bracket on the left-hand side, is only being multiplied by 7. So again, we're going to do 7 times 5x, which is 35x. Then 7 times 1, which is plus 7. Then we're going to do minus 2 times 6, which is minus 12. And then minus 2 times minus x, again a negative times a negative gives us positive. Minus 2 times minus x is going to give us plus 2x. Here we do have like terms, so the like terms here are 35x and plus 2x. We can combine those to give us 37x. And then 7 minus 12 will give us minus 5. And this is as simplified as we can make it, so it's 37x minus 5. Here, the bracket is multiplied by 4x. So 4x times 2x gives us 8x squared. So the x times the x gives us the x squared. 4x times minus 3 gives me minus 12x. And again, these are not like terms, so we can't take this any further. And for the final bracket, minus 4x times 2x gives us minus 8x squared. Minus 4x times minus 3, again a negative times a negative gives us a positive, and that will give us positive 12x. If we notice, the only difference between the one above and the one below is that there's a negative in front of the whole thing, so the whole thing has been made negative, and we notice that the result has just been multiplied by minus 1. Instead of 8x squared, we've got minus 8x squared. Instead of minus 12x, we've got plus 12x. Okay, again, we've been given the instruction to expand and simplify these expressions. The 15x plus 6 is not in contact with this bracket on the right-hand side, so it's not multiplying it. So the only thing that's in contact with it is the minus 4x. So this is just left alone, so 15x plus 6. And then we do minus 4x times 2x gives us minus 8x squared. And minus 4x times minus 3 gives us plus 12x. Here we have like terms in 15x and plus 12x. So this becomes minus 8x squared plus 27x plus 6, written in descending powers of x as a standard convention. Second example. Again, these brackets are not in contact with each other. So on the bracket on the right hand side is only being multiplied by minus 4x. So first of all, we expand the bracket on the left hand side. So 2x times 6x gives us 12x squared. 2x times 7 gives us plus 14x. The bracket on the left hand side, the right hand side now gives minus 4x times 2x gives us minus 8x squared, and the minus 4x times minus 3 plus 12x. We can simplify this. 12x squared minus 8x squared gives us 4x squared. 14x plus 12x gives us plus 26x. Again, with the third example, that bracket on the left-hand side is not touching the one on the right-hand side. The only thing that multiplying it is minus 5. So 2x times 2x is 4x squared. 2x times minus 5 is minus 10x. Then, on the right-hand side, minus 5 times 2x is minus 10x. Minus 5 times minus 5, so the negative times the negative gives us a positive 25. So this gives us, as a final example, 4x squared minus 20x plus 25. Now for the fourth example on this page, these brackets are in contact with each other, so they are going to multiply out. Now for this we can use FOIL, or we could use a grid method. Some people draw a smiley face or something like that, but let's go forwards. Okay, so the FOIL is first times the first, which gives us 4x squared. The outside ones, (2x times minus 5 is minus 10x. The inside ones, minus 5 times 2x gives me minus 10x. And then the last ones, minus 5 times minus 5 gives us plus 25. This can be simplified to give us 4x squared minus 20x plus 25. Now let's compare that for the one before. This gives us exactly the same result. So if we split the 2x and the minus 5 of the first bracket up, so just say 2x times the entire bracket, then minus 5 times the entire bracket, that's another way of multiplying this out. So there are three ways of expanding these. I'm going to do the grid method for you now, just to show you how to do that. Literally just draw a noughts and crosses grid. 2x minus 5 and 2x minus 5. Then use this like a multiplication grid. So 2x times 2x gives us 4x squared. 2x times the minus 5 gives us minus 10x. 2x times the minus 5 is minus 10x, and the minus 5 times minus 5 is plus 25. And again, we get the same 4x squared minus 20x plus 25 from that. This is the same expansion as the final example here, 2x minus 5 all squared, because this just means 2x minus 5 times 2x minus 5. Anything squared is being multiplied by itself. So this is exactly the same as we have before, and we could do this in the grid exactly as I showed you. So we get 4x squared minus 20x plus 25 as our final solution. So we have now an array of double brackets to expand. So going through this, 3x times 3x gives us 9x squared. 3x times minus 2 is minus 6x. 2 times 3x is plus 6x. And then 2 times minus 2 is minus 4. So this just gives us 9x squared. The minus 6x and the plus 6x cancel each other out. So it just gives us 9x squared minus 4. This is the characteristic of a difference of two squares. We can see here that it's identical brackets apart from the signs. One is positive and one is negative. And this results in a squared number minus another square number. So this is difference of two squares. And we need to recognize this form when we're doing factorization. The second example has got double brackets, but we have a negative in front of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a square bracket outside this whole thing. I'm going to expand everything inside the square bracket, and then it's going to make it negative. So multiply everything inside it by minus 1. So expanding, so 5x times 4x is 20x squared. I use a slightly different method as well. A kind of crab claw look. 5x times minus 1 is minus 5x. Two times 4x gives us plus 8x. And 2 times minus 1 gives me minus 2. If I simplify everything inside this square bracket, I get 20x squared plus 3x minus 2. And then I'm going to multiply everything by minus 1. So minus 20x squared minus 3x plus 2. This next bracket over here, we're going to expand a similar way. 7 times 4x gives me 28x. 7 times 1 plus 7. Minus x times 4x is minus 4x squared. And minus x times 1 is minus x. Rewriting this and simplifying in descending powers of x, minus 4x squared, that will come first. It's a negative quadratic. Minus x plus 28x is plus 27x plus 7. Okay, so next one. 3 times 8 is 24. 3 times 3x is plus 9x. 8x times 8 is plus 64x. And 8x times 3x is plus 24x squared. Rearranging, 24x squared. 9x plus 64x is 73x plus 24. And the last one here, minus 5 times the double brackets. So again, I'm going to put a square bracket around those. Minus 5 times everything inside here. So I'm just going to expand as normal. X times x, x squared. X times 6 plus 6x plus 2x plus 12. Simplifying, x squared plus 8x plus 12. And then multiplying the whole thing by minus 5. minus 5x squared, sorry, a negative quadratic, minus 5 times 8x is minus 40x, and then minus 5 times 12 is minus 60. And that's our final answer. And the final array here, we've got a situation where we've got a bracket that's squared minus another bracket that's squared. So these are not in contact with each other, so they're not multiplying each other. So they're separate calculations, but we've got to remember here that this second bracket is being subtracted from the first one. So again, I'm going to probably use square brackets for this. So for the first expansion, I'm going to rewrite this as 5x plus 1 times 5x plus 1, then minus, so I'm going to use square brackets, 2x plus 6 times 2x plus 6, and then complete the expansion of these. 25x squared plus 5x plus 5x plus 1 minus then 4x squared plus 12x plus 12x plus 36. So 25x squared plus 10x plus 1 minus 4x squared. 12x plus 12x is 24x, so minus 24x minus 36. And this will equal 21x squared, 10x minus 24x will give me minus 14x, 1 minus 36 is going to give me minus 35. And that's my final answer. The next one, we've got something that's in the form of completing the square. So for the next one, we've got a bracket that's in the form of completing the square. X plus 2 all squared minus 7. So we just expand the bracket and then take away 7 from that. So this would become x plus 2 times x plus 2. Then we take away 7. So expanding the bracket, x times x gives me x squared. X times 2 gives me plus 2x plus 2x plus 4 minus 7, x squared plus 4x, then 4 minus 7 minus 3. The next one, we've got a minus 3 times the square bracket, then take away a constant term. So again, I'm going to use the square brackets. Minus 3 times the square brackets, x minus 4 times x minus 4. That's x minus 4 all squared. Minus 13. That's outside the bracket, so not multiplied by minus 3. Minus 3 times then x squared minus 4x minus 4x plus 16 minus 13 minus 3x squared. Then minus 4x minus 4x is minus 8x. Minus 8x minus 8x times minus 3 is plus 24x. Minus 3 times 16 is minus 48, and then minus 13. This gives us our final solution of minus 3x squared plus 24x minus 61. The next situation, so number 4, is we've got triple brackets here, so this will give us a cubic expression. The way to handle this is to multiply two brackets together and then multiply the result of that, i.e. the quadratic result, by the final linear one. So I'm going to multiply the last two brackets together first of all, and then I'm going to multiply those by 5x minus 1. So 5x minus 1 times, I'll put those into square brackets, I'll just do the expansion in here, 4x times x, which will give me 4x squared, 4x times minus 3 minus 12x plus 5x minus 15. So that's the same as 5x minus 1 multiplied by 4x squared minus 12x plus 5x is minus 7x minus 15. So this is a quadratic multiplied by a linear. We could do this as a grid, or we could do this by multiplying each term and just showing lines. It gets a bit messy with drawing lines, so I'm going to do this as a grid. So this is 5x minus 1. This is what's multiplying by quadratic, and this is 4x squared minus 7x minus 15. So 4x squared times 5x is going to give me 20x cubed. 5x times minus 7x is going to give me minus 35x squared. 5x times minus 15 is going to give me minus 75x. 4x squared times minus 1 gives me minus 4x squared. Minus 1 times minus 7x is plus 7x. And minus 1 times minus 15 is plus 15. So putting this all together, 20x cubed minus 35x squared minus 4x squared is minus 39x squared. Minus 75x plus 7x is minus 68x. And then plus 15. And that is the cubic expression at the end of this. And the last one becomes a cubic expression. This 3x minus 1 all squared is a quadratic expression, again multiplied by a linear, which will also give us a cubic. So that is going to be, I'm going to multiply out the quadratic first and then multiply that by x plus 1. So x plus 1 multiplied by 3x minus 1 times 3x minus 1, which is x plus 1 times 9x squared. That's from that. Minus 3x minus 3x is minus 6x plus 1. And then if we do this again on the grid, this is x plus 1, 9x squared minus 6x plus 1. 9x squared times x is 9x cubed. X times minus 6x is minus 6x squared plus x. 9x squared times 1 is 9x squared minus 6x plus 1. So the final result is 9x cubed minus 6x squared plus 9x squared is plus 3x squared. X minus 6x is minus 5x plus 1. And that's the final bit.